Hi everyone, I am Rajesh Kumar. I am having close to 16 plus years of experience in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. I have worked with more than 12 software organizations around the globe. I would like to introduce you all a DevOps School's flagship certification program in DevOps, SRE and DevSecOps. This program will get started in the weekends, so get enrolled. Please contact us on the phone number given on the screen, and in fact you can email us on the contact@DevOpsSchool.com.
8 instances.
Sorry. So what was the question? Hello?
No, I asked how many instances can be created for the free tier, but I think you've given the answer to my question.
It was not a number of instances free. It says 750.
Number of hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now I'm creating only one
you've
instance.
answered my question.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So here number of instances, which is here, and the networking setup. I leave it everything as it is. You will have a recording. You can do slowly also. You can try. Why I'm leaving everything? Because AWS has configured everything for me when you start the new account. Okay. So don't have to do anything. Whatever I'm doing, you also do the same thing. And then next storage. Now for this storage, mind it, this is not the storage for storing any data. This storage is for the running the VMs, because AWS charge compute also, storage also. This storage is free. So up to the 30 GB free for the running the EC2 instance. So 8 GB, I'm going for it. Next tag. Here you want to tag name. This is the Linux and security group. Remember that this is the security group means network firewall. Please remember that. So here you can say what is allowed, what is not allowed. So I'm going to create one security group and this name it September 2020 and this is a description. Now which is I'm allowing at the network level only 22. That means SSH port. You want to allow more rule. Right now not interested. Review whole things, launch, how to access virtual machine. So AWS don't give you the password. What they give you? Key. So you have to choose the key or generate a key. So I'm generating a key September 2020. Download the key, then only you can proceed further. Download it in my download location and launch it. So this way, what I did, I created one virtual server and then named with Linux. Let me see here, refresh this and it will take a few seconds. I'm having filter running. So here, see pending. Now it's running. So now this is the Linux virtual machine. This is your IP address, public IP address. This is the private IP address, which I'll talk about in some time. And here it is. So this is the way you can create a virtual server at AWS. Simple. No need to complicate everything at a one go. All of you are comfortable so far?
Yes.
Okay. So now what is the next task? So I will log into this Linux box. I will work on it. But before that, I want to create a Linux Windows boxes also. So let's follow the same way. Launch instance. Select the Windows 2000, whatever it is. But 22 has come. Wonderful. I'll go for the 19. Okay. And this is the Linux. I'll go for 2 GB because Windows consume little bit more CPU. And only one machine. Storage 30 GB by default. Let us go. Name here capital Windows. Tag with security group. I'll select the same last one which I created September. Where is that? I'm not creating. I'm selecting the one which I created security group, and that was September 2022, right? I'm not able to locate it.
It's down. Go down. Go.
I see it. You see it. Yeah. September 2020. So select. They have warning, and you can you tell me why this warning is there? Anyone? Anyone?
Not be able to connect this as DMA because it requires remote access.
We did not add the port in the security group.
Wonderful. So see here, when you connect to the Linux, protocol is SSH, port number 22, default. When you connect to the Windows machine, the protocol is RDP and port number is 3389. And it's reporting saying that, hey, the security group which you selected, you don't have that port open. So that means I will not allow you. Simple. So continue. I can change the security group later also. Keys is same thing, I think, September or something like that. So keys. I'm going to use it, existing one. Can you locate that? Hi, he's here. And then acknowledge, launch. So last time I created security group and keys. This time I reused it and done. So guys, here now, within a few seconds, you will have a Windows also run. So now you understood that how do we create compute Linux and Windows. Now next thing, how can I access it? Remember, this VM is not running in your laptop. Okay, this VM is running somewhere in the AWS data center. Guys, am I connected with you guys still? I'm getting some pop-up for the networking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So here, so this virtual machine which you created on AWS, just like this, just like within a 2 second, it's not running in your machine. It's running in a data center, which you know that. So how can you connect? Of course, there is only one way: network. So then when you go and ask, okay, what is the IP address? So each machine, you have one IP address, public IP address, and then private IP address. So let's understand in this way, very simple way. This is AWS data center, and in this, there's one machine you are running. This is the one, and this machine has got IP address also. So this IP address, what machines gets it? This is the private IP address, a real IP address. Just like every machines which is on the network, you have IP address. Every machines. So you have IP address. Now I am somewhere here. This is my flat and connected with the Geo network. So how can I access this machine in my laptop? So IP address, but this IP address is not accessible. Why? Because this is a different network. This AWS is on different network. So you'll not be able to connect the real IP address. So what AWS have done it? AWS says, okay, listen, I'll give you one free IP address. Free IP address. This IP address will be accessible globally. From anywhere in the whole world, you can access this IP address. I got happy, said, okay, now I can access from my machine to this IP address. This is the free IP address I got it, public IP address, static IP address. Then AWS says, hey, listen, whatever that you hit on this, whatever that transaction, request you send to this IP address, what I will do, you know what? I will send this forward to the private IP address, because they have a control over the internal external networking. Are you understanding at a simple way?
Yes.
Yes. So that means every machine which you create, you may have public IP address if you want to access from outside. If you don't want to access from outside, then no need. Okay. So here Windows also I said I need a public IP address, and this Linux also I said I need a public IP address. This public IP address is free as long as your VMs is running. This is not free. This is not free if your VM is stopped condition, because you have to pay something to AWS, right? Okay, so now what to do? So I'm going to connect to the Linux machine. This is the IP address. And then what is the user? So you will ask AWS only. Is there any problem, guys, to hear me? I think I got some message on the WhatsApp.
No, Raj.
No.
Everyone is facing a problem, or only few guys are facing? If it is everyone, then problem from my side. If it is only 1 or 2 people are facing, then problem from your side. Okay, so I think for them it's an individual problem. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead. So I was talking something. Yeah. So here you have an IP address, public IP address. Okay. So what is the username? So I will ask them only. Click on the instance, click on the connect, and here somewhere I will have a little bit of peace of mind and read username is Ubuntu only. So here I got to know Ubuntu. By the way, this is a whole tutorial actually how to connect the Linux machines. Okay. So here you can connect through this command SSH. Mind it. There's a method number 1. Keys, and for the keys you can use this command. Actually, this is the command. You have a keys, username, and this is the DNS name or IP address. It can be anything. And second one is a password, which is not enabled actually. But you know what, third type which I want to do is key only, but this key will not work because I'm in Windows. So I'm using the putty. Okay, so what key will work? So this will be private key, but PPK format will be different. So if you want to use with the putty, then this key will not work. You have to use the PPK. But if you want to use SSH, then this key you can use it. So for SSH, which you can use it, so you can use git bash, or you can use there's one tool which I'm using. I always forget, MOBA extra. So then you'll say what are the other options are available. Yeah, so I'll give you all the list of tools. So go to the blog and say SSH client and how to log in server using SSH. This is the tutorial. Okay, this is the tutorial, complete tutorials, though I'll show you the basic I'll show you. And what are the SSH client? So SSH client is, and you look at here. So this is the one. So these are the SSH client. So you can use Putty Connection Manager, Super Putty, MOBA Extreme, M Remote NG. So many solutions are there. Okay, so you can use this all stuff. I'm giving the URL in the notes only. I'll share the notes at the end of the session. Now, how do we do this step by step? You might forget. So there's one more tutorials. That is Putty. I'll write Putty. And here you see how to log in Linux server of AWS from Windows using Putty. So this tutorials also, it's helpful. It has a step-by-step instruction, which I'm doing it. Okay. So git bash, you want to install it, git bash. By the way, you know SSH client is available in the this one also. Git bash is there. Visual Studio Code, are you guys using?
Yes.
Visual Studio. Yeah, so you have there also. Let me show you. So it depends which tool you are using. A lot of integration nowadays possible. World is very easy now. So see, let me show you the Visual Studio. And in the Visual Studio, you have a terminal. And here you go to terminal and select the bash, whichever you want to use it. And here is your bash. As such, you can use here. See, this is the SSH client. So you can do that bash. Okay, so many places you can use this, and it will slow this one, but it's okay. You can use git bash also. Git bash, you can install it from the git-scm. If you install the git, it automatically comes. This is the git bash. Okay, so depends what you want to use it. So git-scm, where you can install the git. See, so try different one, and then Putty is there. So most of the newbie, those who are starting with the Linux, they use the Putty. So Putty required the private key, but the format should be BPK. So how do we generate it? So Putty gen, there is one utility, simple utility. So using partigen, you can convert the PM to PPK. This is the file you can convert. So I have a partigen also. Partigen.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devoxschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.